Hi everyone. So I'm co-founder, very important. So without Anton, we wouldn't have 1inch and this great environment today. So I'm gonna speak today about cross-chain and especially about our solution for different pains what we face right now as a user in crypto industry. But before we start, any one of you do some martial arts? Okay, very nice, good. So I'm happy to announce a partnership with Bruce Lee Foundation and daughter of Bruce Lee, Sharon Lee. We announced 2 weeks ago in Hong Kong our partnership, and our message is to everyone: take crypto seriously. Yeah, it's very important. It's in terms of security, but also in terms of opportunities as well. Did you know that we are actually early? Let's try to go to the next slide. Doesn't work. Yeah? Okay. Did you know that we are actually very early? So if you compare with internet adoption, we are in year 2000 right now. So it sounds really incredible. So Bitcoin is already 82,000 US dollars right now, yeah? And we actually are early. Just think about that. So of course not financial advice at all, but also in terms of technology. Yeah? So we are really early in terms of technology. People in DeFi space, they face very often problems in terms of user experience. When we started with 1inch, with Anton, it was like really terrible environment. So you had to take care about DEXs. So you need to find the right DEX with the right liquidity, and then you compared maybe multiple DEXs, and you had to split your full amount what you want to exchange in multiple pieces and exchange everywhere a little bit. And we actually came to the idea that we can actually solve it through one single transaction, and we called 1inch. 1inch because of Bruce Lee 1inch punch. You maybe know, yeah? So he punched people away with a distance of 1 inch. And we did it in one single transaction. That's why 1inch. So right now, it's still not much better, I would say. We have aggregators, what aggregate among decentralized exchanges. We have some kind of implementation of aggregators among bridges and also like DEX aggregators. But anyway, not every provider support every network, every bridge. So you need to really do own research where to go, where to exchange, how much. So, and then we have also another thing. We have 3 options right now. You do it by yourself. So you find a place where you exchange, and you create the transaction by yourself, and you send it to the mempool and get sandwich. You get attacked by a math bot, yeah? We call it sandwich, so it's nothing about what you thought maybe. So I got sandwiched multiple times through providing liquidity to Uniswap. So I lost 10 Ethereum. It was really terrible. I lost also when everything dropped, dumped. I had to sell and buy again in terms of like taxes. So it was like tax optimizations a little bit. So, and I lost a lot. And after that, we discussed in the team and we came to something. And the second solution here is, of course, you can trust centralized exchanges. You can go to the next FTX, yeah, and you can give your money, your assets to these guys, and they will maybe gamble with these funds, and maybe you will not see it again. We have seen such cases multiple times. So, and there's a Morpheus law. If something can go wrong, it will go wrong. Yeah. So that's why we have now intents. So the idea is you just declare what you want, and it's how it's going to be executed. It's a job of resolvers who were sitting here. Yeah. They claim that it's sometimes very hard. It's hard for professionals. And they are professionals, and they should take the risks, not the user, who don't really know how does it work properly, yeah? Who have maybe no time to educate how a smart contract works, yeah? How they can protect themselves from math attacks. So, and what we suggest from 1inch is choosing this door, yeah? So regular transactions, you defined the logic behind what should be done. For example, if you want to have a leverage on Ethereum and you don't like to use centralized exchange, what you do, you land on Aave, for example, you borrow the asset, what you want to leverage. Then you need to exchange it, then you need to land, then you need to borrow again, then you need to exchange. It's complicated, right? So it takes time and not everyone understands how does it work. But if you as a user just declare an intent that you want just 10x on Ethereum long, you can get it if it's tokenized and based on intents. So a lot of benefits. You can even get more out of your swap by using especially 1inch. I will explain why. We have really nice example for this. You can really create advanced financial strategies. Right now at 1inch we have two products, I would say, where you can use intent-based approach. This is limit orders and swaps. Limit orders are since 21. We have seen $29 billion already volume on limit orders. What I recognize personally, when you set a limit order at 1inch, you get liquidity from everywhere. People borrow on Aave, fill your order, and withdraw from centralized exchange. People settle your trade with own liquidity and also rebalance from different network when you set limit order at 1inch. Fusion is our intent-based swap, similar to limit order, but we ensure that the trade is executed in the next minutes. So limit order executes only when specific market conditions are met. For example, you define price is the same price as a market price or above, then it's going to be executed. In Fusion, we have specific approach with Dutch auction. We have $35 billion of US dollars volume already since December 2022. So, next problem. Like in DeFi, we have liquidity fragmentation. Of course, most of the money is on Ethereum. Uniswap now launched on layer 2 to actually get the liquidity from Ethereum. It's like vampire attack from our point of view, what they try to do now. Tron, of course, Solana, Binance Smart Chain, Arbitrum Base, Avalanche, all the layer 2s. We have Ton, we have Near. A lot of liquidity distributed. But the crypto is bigger than just DeFi. We have Bitcoin. Yeah. You can theoretically use also Bitcoin. You can also use XRPs if you bought some of them and they're like somewhere on centralized exchange. Theoretically, you could use it with the right technology. Also, Sui, for example, is right now pumping a lot in terms of technology adoption. And also, like Monero, for example, if you want some Monero tokens, you need to use centralized exchange right now. Yeah? Cross-chain volumes for DeFi are around 70 bill from year 2023 to 2024. Most of the assets are what we were bridged Ethereum, stablecoins, and some other tokens, around 12% for another tokens. Crypto volumes are much higher. Yeah, we have total trading volume right now of 200 trillions. It's huge. And if you look on the market size, DeFi is really small. Yeah, we have 90 bill of total value locked. Daily DEX trading volumes around 6 bill. Centralized, like in general, centralized exchanges are generating 40 billion a day, and with a market capitalization of 2.5 trillion. But look on the traditional finances. These numbers are much bigger. Nasdaq has like 300 bill every day. And there we can go with our tech when we adopt it properly. There are a lot of companies who are building and improving this space. Across was recently integrated in Uniswap. So great to see that there are innovators there. Yeah? We have LiFi, who introduced aggregation among digital exchanges by using swap aggregators like 1inch as well, and others. Yeah? So we are always in competition. Torchain, we have Stargate. It's great to see people building and the bridge for sure. But there's general problems. We have bad UX very often. I was using Gnosis bridge. It was terrible. It takes a long time. Yeah, it works. Not every time. Sometimes UI doesn't work at all, so I cannot withdraw. We have worse rates than you can theoretically get. Lack of transparency, like if you have swap, bridge, and then a swap, and the price impact is higher than expected, it will not swap, then you need to withdraw. Yeah? No one will send it to you in most of the protocols. Security risks, for sure, also there. So there are different technologies. One of them is like just cross-chain bridges, like native bridges, for example, as well, or like protocol bridges where they need liquidity, and we have seen a lot of hacks happening. So they're also expensive because of the price impact, because if you have not enough liquidity, you face high price impact. It's not really good, I would say, and not good for the mass adoption. Cross-chain swaps, they're also slow. Yeah, sometimes unsafe. Depends what is used under the hood. If you exchange hundreds of millions of US dollars every day, there's a vector for attacking the providers, the messaging protocol if it's used in between. Yeah. Here, especially for cross-chain swaps, or there's a centralized oracle. Someone can just do social engineering and hack the company who provide the oracle information, and user funds can be stolen. What about atomic swaps? Anyone know any atomic swap solution? I didn't find. What if we take our 1H Fusion intent-based protocol, we combine it with atomic swaps, hash time lock contracts, what were mentioned, I think, in 2012 or 13 on Bitcoin Talk by a guy, I don't remember the name, but thank you very much to this guy. If we combine these two technologies, we get intent-based atomic cross-chain swaps. We call it Fusion. It's seamless, secure, gasless. It's self-custodial. This is our value proposition from 1H. Everything what we built is self-custodial. It's extensible. So that means any team can build, based on our protocol, based on our white paper, own implementation for a specific blockchain. Right now, we have independent team working on Bitcoin implementation. It means you can swap any token from any supported chains to Bitcoin and back. So without using any centralized entity. So, and you have fully non-custodial approach here. Solana is coming. We are working right now. We had a hackathon in Dubai with our team. So we have a prototype already coming very soon. It's efficient. We use our innovative Dutch auction approach, what was also used by Uniswap X. They mentioned us on a white paper. Thank you very much to Uniswap team. At least they mentioned us. It's competitive. We have resolvers, professional market makers who compete between each other to fill first. It's trustless, sure. How does it work? We have different flows. It's in simple words, user create aura. It's shared with the 1H network. Resolvers see this aura. Who comes first, take first. It's possible to do partial fills. So if someone is not comfortable to take 100 mil trade, they can split it in small pieces and do it in time. What happens when the order is taken? Market maker execute the transaction on our protocol, automatically create escrow. Escrow get the funds from the user. So, and the market maker create on destination chain the oracle, the escrow, sorry, create the escrow, put the money into it, the right asset, and the application on the user side verify through Web3 calls, for example, on Ethereum ETH call, it verifies on the smart contract that there's really money deposited on the escrow assigned to the user wallet. And then user application share the secret. Just simple, normal, atomic swap approach. And remember, Morpheus law, if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. And here, there's no possibility because it's simple there's nothing to remove. This is the thing. Like we try always to build everything. We are nothing like anything like this. There's nothing to what can be removed from the protocol. So, and that's actually it. We have some timings. We ensure that the resolver are forced to do the transactions for the user. So user don't do any transaction except maybe approval if it's necessary. If the token supports a permit, it works with signatures. Yeah. This is how it looks like. Engine with a lot of benefits, cross-chain, with resolvers who source liquidity from around all the markets. We will serve next year already institutional customers, and we have high grade of compliance also in place. We ensure that nothing goes wrong, and in terms of hackers cannot really exchange on our protocols because no one will fill them if they are recognized by our service provider. So, real case, $135,000 a user of 1-inch protocols got by swapping 12 million USDT to WTH. It's a real world case. This is Dutch auction. What we are using is smart auction. We try to sell from spot price to market rate. Market rate is when the user exchange the whole amount by using aggregator in one single transaction. We give time to resolvers, to professional market makers, to hedge on different other networks, centralized exchanges, and to fill the orders partially as well. So you see here are multiple partial fills. 4 partial fills, and the user got more than they would if they would just execute it in this network. We have price adoption to the gas execution cost. Through this, we got 75% faster execution on Fusion since the last update. Once again, MEF protection by design, gasless swaps, all the execution costs are included in the rate. And through competition between resolvers, you get the best execution. Liquidity comes from across the entire market. Centralized exchanges, decentralized exchanges, cross networks. So, yeah, we disrupt some projects who became now infrastructure products. Fusion Plus is a user-centric product nowadays, and CEXAs are not longer needed. As soon we can cover all the networks what are used right now, like Bitcoin, Litecoin, like Litecoin, I don't think so that anyone buy this, but maybe someone call it. And you can test it already on the app. You need to enable it. It's still in beta on the app, but in production already on the wallet. So play around with this. And I have one more thing. Participate here. If you download the wallet, you have the chance to win 1-inch and Bruce Lee merch. So some nunchakus or this yellow tracksuit or the t-shirt. Actually, we have some t-shirts out there, so you can grab some. So that's it. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be here.